A lot of people see Mike Williams around the city of Memphis. You see the things that I do. But I definitely want you to know that no matter what endeavor I have embarked upon, Andrea has always been there. She has always supported me. You know, when I was the president of the police association and I was away from home, all types of hours,
This is true.
long days,
This is
long
true.
nights, you know,
Yes.
and trying to give service to the police officers of the Memphis Police Department. You know, she was like, baby, go ahead on, do what you got to do. She always made provisions for our daughter because we're going to get into what her occupation is real soon. But a lot of times, both of us may not have been available at that time. But she always made provisions and always made sure that our baby girl was definitely taken care of, which was more important to us than anything. So I wanted to definitely take the time to publicly thank you because when I ran for mayor, you know, she would work all night long because she worked the alpha shift, which is at that time from 11:30 to 7:30. And she would get off and she would actually like 11, 12 years or something to that effect. But then it continued because as I took over as the chief administrative officer for Clerk Brown, one of the first things she said was, I know you're not going to be available for about 6 months because you're going to go in there and I know you got to get it right and I know you got to figure it out and you got to do all of these things. So she made a way for me to have the levity to be able to go in there and to figure out General Sessions Court clerk's operations, to be able to support Clerk Brown, to help him to realize his vision. And we were able to do some great and wonderful things over there. Initially got in there, identified 12.6 million that belonged to the citizens and different things like that. But you see me on the front end and I'm doing all of that. But it's because of my home life and my wife who is taking care of everything on the back end. So I wanted to publicly in front of Facebook, Apple TV, Uverse, Roku, and all of those other platforms where SVP TV network is actually showing cable, channel 17, 7 o'clock on Friday nights. I wanted to publicly thank you for all of those things that you have sacrificed and that you have done to support me.
It's because I love you.
Oh, man. You know, and, you know, just like everybody, man, you know, people go through things in their lives and, you know, marriages, you have a whole lot of stress and a whole lot of things that are going on. And you just have to kind of work together, pray about it, and, you know, just kind of remove yourself and keep it going and try to make it work and all of that other good stuff. So once again, after all of that, I just want to say thank you. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so this is my wife, Andrea Williams. We've been married approximately 11 years. This anniversary will be 12 years that we will have been married. We've been together probably about 19, 20. Been together about 20 years at the end of March.
Yes.
Oh, Lord Jesus, that's a long time. That's a long time, y'all. It's a long time. But it's been a good 12 years. Some good things have come out of it. And, you know, I have no regrets of anything that I have done. No regrets whatsoever. So I wanted to bring you on the show because I wanted the citizens to get to know you, and there's a reason why I wanted them to get to know you, but we're not going to get to that yet.
Okay.
First, I want them to learn a little bit about you. Loosen up a little bit. Jesus.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous. Okay. All right. You ain't nervous when you're at the house.
I know.
Okay, so tell the citizens a little bit about you.
Well, as you all know, my name is Andrea Williams. I am a Memphis police officer. I have been serving for 21 years. And I love what I do. I feel like it is my divine calling from God. I love helping people. I love giving a person who I feel needs a positive word, a positive word. And in whatever form that may be at that particular time. Um, I have two beautiful, beautiful daughters. And I am so, so lucky and proud to be the wife of Mr. Michael R. Williams.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so tell us, where are you from? Tell us a little bit about your childhood, where you're from. How did you end up in Memphis? Because you're not a native Memphian.
This is true. This is true. Okay, so I was actually born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I moved to Memphis at the age of 17, and I moved here because my mother chose to relocate. She felt she needed a change of scenery, and so we came to Memphis, and I did 4 years in the military since I've been here in Memphis. And right after I got out of the military, I joined the police department.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what school did you go to? What high school did you go to in Chicago? This always blows my mind. What high school did you go to?
I went to the infamous Cooley High.
Cooley High.
Was
it anything like the movie Cooley High?
Yes.
It was?
Yes.
It's like in the hood?
Yes.
Deep in the hood?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was. And I did grow up in the inner city.
Okay.
Not in the area of where Cooley High was, but I did grow up in the inner city. There was a lot to be seen that probably children my age at the time should not see, but I turned a negative into a positive. I chose to go a different route than a lot of my peers did, and eventually, thank God, joined the police department.
But you're also, if I'm not mistaken, a veteran?
Yes, I did join the Army. I was in the Army for 4 years. I learned a lot. When I was in the Army. I was very proud to serve my country. I am a proud American, and I'm glad I was able to do that, to be able to serve my country.
Okay. And it always amazes me because when people see you, it's hard for them to picture the fact that, number one, you're a police officer.
Exactly.
It's like, she can't be a police officer. Yeah,
I get it all the time.
Yeah, she is a police officer. And
Yes.
then they say, well, she can't be, you were in the Army?
Yes.
So you was out there sleeping in the woods and
I was.
all that good stuff?
I did.
Ooh, one of them
did.
Chicago girls, Chicago native.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I'm glad to say I don't look like what I've been through.
Right.
Yes.
And I want to bring this out because, a lot of the things that happens and transpires, especially young ladies. Like I had Essica Cage Rosario on the show about 2 weeks ago prior to us going on vacation. And she was another female police officer. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to visualize her being a police officer, but she's done so many great things. She's the first female president of the Memphis Police Association and different things like that. So I definitely wanted to let them know that you are one of those individuals who have come from the bottom. You came from the inner cities of Chicago.
I did.
You went to Cooley High.
I did.
You have been in the military. You've come onto the police department. How are you adjusting to the city of Memphis? What do you think about the city of Memphis? Coming from a big city, because I freak out when I go to Chicago.
I know.
You know.
Yes, I do
She
know.
got me on the L. You got to ride the L.
Yes.
You got me on this crowded bus at State Street. Got me down to the Taste. 1 million people down there.
Yep.
And me being a country boy and having post-traumatic stress disorder, I'm freaking out.
Right.
So
This
how are
is
you
true.
adjusting to Little Memphis?
Well, when I first moved here, it was a huge adjustment, actually. Because Chicago is such a big city, I am very, very accustomed to a lot of different cultures. And it was not exactly the same here in Memphis when I first moved here, which was in '89, actually. a lot of course, there's a different way that people speak and different things like that, which I had to adjust to. And um, I really, there are some things that I like. Of course, in every city, there are some things that could be improved upon, just like Chicago, just like Memphis, just like any other city. But I am proud to say that I'm glad that I put down roots here.
Right.
And I'm glad I met the love of my life, Michael Williams.
Hey, the number to call is 244-6874, 244-6874. We're going to open up the phone lines. If there are any questions you want to ask us or you want to ask Andrea, because see, they're already getting on here talking about, tell her we love her singing. It was great.
Oh.
And we're going to get to that. We're going to
Okay.
get to that, Keith. But I wanted to kind of lay some groundwork because, like I said, I've been trying to get her on the show for the longest. And
Yes.
believe it or not, even though she does karaoke, and that's what we're going to talk about.
Right.
And, a lot of people are interested in that. But there's a whole lot more to her. So I wanted people to understand that it ain't just about the karaoke.
Right.
And a lot of people, they look at, some of the things that we are doing as a family and as a couple.
Right.
And, they kind of like, y'all ballers, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. They don't understand that a lot of hard work and effort has went into that. And even a lot of the trips that we take.
Right.
Like I told, some people, we're already planning another trip for December.
Exactly.
But look, it's March.
Right.
So a lot of times we plan ahead to
Exactly.
go on those trips.
Exactly.
Okay, so you said your current occupation is you're a police officer. What do you do in the
Exactly.
police department, Andrea?
Well, Michael, I am a sergeant on the police department. I work in a bureau called Felony Response. I work from midnight to 8 a.m. and we handle most felonies that occur between midnight and 8 a.m.
Okay. And believe it or not, she's been working the midnight shift for the last 20 years.
I have.
The sacrifices you make for your family. Because
Exactly.
we had a baby,
Exactly.
a young daughter. So what
Exactly.
we did was I would be at home with our daughter at night, so we didn't need a babysitter.
Exactly.
And you would be at home with her in the day, make sure she gets home from school,
Exactly.
make sure she does her homework, make sure she gets fed,
Exactly.
and all of that good
Go
stuff.
to all the extracurricular activities.
Yeah, because she
Practices.
was doing ballet, she was
Yes.
doing soccer, she was doing
Gymnastics.
basketball, gymnastics,
Cheerleading.
you
Yes.
know, and all of that. So, just kind of trying to be well-rounded as
Exactly.
a family. I'm just giving you some insight to our family.
Okay.
How do you like felony response?
I love it. I love the supervisors, my coworkers. I love what I do most of all because, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, I see people at very low points in their life, and it gives me an opportunity to give a kind word, to give a positive word. And a lot of times, I can tell people look at me really, really strange because they're not expecting it. And I'm glad about that because it helps me to understand how important it is to shine a positive light, not only on the Memphis Police Department, but just the police as a whole, because there are a lot of us out here that do actually care. There are a lot of us out here that don't just go to work, do quote unquote our job and go home. We put our heart and soul into what we do. So I like the fact that I'm able to present that to people on a daily basis.
Yeah, you bring it home too.
And I bring it home.
I know that's right.
I do.
You're always trying to help somebody and always trying to do
Because it's
something.
always somebody that needs help.
And that's definitely true.
Yes.
There are a lot of young people or just people, period,
Yes.
in the city of Memphis that are hurting.
That's true.
And being in felony response, a lot of times you see people at their worst.
Exactly.
Because we're talking about felonies against persons.
Right.
So normally it's when somebody has been hurt or something has
Right.
happened. Okay, but I don't want to dwell on the police stuff because I don't want the police department acting crazy. So anyway, so that's your occupation.
Right.
Now what we're here to talk about, you just had a birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Exactly.
Happy birthday. So you turned how old?
I am proud to say I just turned 50 years old, and I celebrated my birthday in Hawaii thanks to my wonderful husband.
Yes, Hawaii.
We
yes.
had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time.
What's up, Billy Jackson? What's up, Bob Midget? What's up, Gloria Faye Burke? I see KK on here. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Latanya
KK.
Jefferson. What's up, everybody that's out there? We're broadcasting live on Facebook, but this is also being filmed to be shown on Uverse, Roku,
Yes.
Apple TV. It's going to be on Comcast Channel 31. This is what SVP TV is doing. I know some people say SVP TV is dead, but it ain't dead.
Okay.
Because we're sitting here.
Exactly.
And we're talking and we're broadcasting live from the SVP TV studios, and we look good too, baby.
Yes.
Don't we
I
look
think
good?
we look real good.
People say we make a good couple.
We do.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about your birthday, baby. I want to
Okay.
talk about your birthday. So you
Okay.
went to Hawaii.
I did.
How did you like it? Tell us about Hawaii. What happened in Hawaii?
Okay. So
I don't want that story yet, but Hawaii? How was Hawaii?
Okay, so it was a wonderful trip. It was for my 50th birthday. It was myself, you,
Yep.
and 11 other people, family and friends,
Uh-huh.
that came out to help us to celebrate my birthday. We had an absolute ball. The food was delicious. The hospitality was wonderful. Everything was really, really nice. We went on a dinner cruise. We got on the catamaran, went snorkeling.
You had your own private boat?
Yes.
Look at it.
Yes.
Look at God.
Thanks to my wonderful husband.
Look at God.
And we had a real good time, and we were able to kind of let our hair down and enjoy ourselves because life can be stressful. I'm sure we all know that. So anytime that we get to let our hair down and enjoy ourselves, we take full advantage, don't we?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm saying, my philosophy is work hard and play hard.
Exactly.
I definitely believe in grinding while I'm here.
Right.
But I definitely also believe in once I get away from here to let go, and to just have a good time. But, just to kind of, when she got there, we had a limo waiting for her.
It was wonderful.
To take her to the hotel. We stayed at the Outrigger, which was really, really, really beautiful. It had a corner suite,
Yes.
looking out over the ocean. We were right on the beach.
Right. Yes.
For a lot of people that don't know, I was stationed in Hawaii for 3 years. I was stationed at Schofield Barracks, Fort Shafter, and Field Station Kunia. And I was also stationed at Hickam Air Force Base when I was in Hawaii.
Beautiful.
Bob Midget said, "Happy birthday, Andrea."
Thank you.
I didn't get to go back to those places because I definitely wanted to make sure that this time was dedicated to Andrea, and she got to do the things that she wanted to do. And all of those beautiful people that went with us.
And thank you to all those
KK
beautiful
Chris
people.
Stone, our daughter Danielle,
Yes.
Dion and Keith Rogers.
We had a ball.
Carol and Darnell, Spanky, Sparkle. That's Andrea's niece.
Cousin.
Oh, Andrew's cousin. I'm sorry. Spanky. That's DJ Sparkle.
Exactly.
DJ Sparkle, give you a plug. DJ Sparkle.
Exactly.
But, she was able to accompany us as well. And we
Don't
had
forget Tiara.
Tiara. In the video that you guys saw, Tiara was the one that my wife shoved off the stage. That was Tiara. That was Danielle's friend, our daughter Danielle. That was her friend. Did I forget anybody? I don't want to
think
forget
so.
anybody.
Don't forget Sarita and Brandon.
Sarita and Brandon, medium. Sarita and Brandon,
Don't
they also
forget.
accompanied us. And Brandon has a food truck that's out there at Yale.
It is
And
outstanding.
what is it at? What does this food truck be? Okay. If you're listening, Sarita or Brandon, tell me where your food truck is. Outstanding food truck. Please be giving us one. And KK's on here. Billy Jackson's on here. Ebony, Patricia Sparks.
Hey, Pat.
Miss Mona is on here. Thank you
Hey,
so
Miss
much, Miss
Mona.
Mona. Miss Mona was kind enough to take our daughter to school
Yes.
every day while we were
Yes.
gone. Man, our
Yes.
support chain was off
Phenomenal.
the chain. I mean,
Phenomenal.
it was the bomb. Gloria Faye actually stayed at our house and kept our daughter.
She did.
Man,
She did.
you know, see, it takes a village.
It
takes
does.
a village to be able to take care of a family and people. And because of those individuals and their sacrifices, it allowed us the ability. So it ain't just us, folks. It's the whole village that we have that help aid and assist us in doing the things that we do. And those same people, they always come to our aid to help us to do the things that we do.
That's true.
But there were a lot of, and Hawaii is beautiful.
It is
It
gorgeous.
is beautiful. Some other parts of the world. So let's talk about this video. That's what everybody really want to talk about. They want to talk about this video. First of all, you tell us about the video.
Okay. Well, a little bit more information about me is my all-time favorite entertainer is Michael Jackson.
Yes.
I have always loved Michael Jackson. And after he passed away, I thought it would be very, very in the spirit of honoring him. Every time I did karaoke, it would honor him, and it would be a Michael Jackson song. So because I like to have fun, and no, I don't drink, no, I don't indulge.
Well, because that was one of the people thought you were drunk.
No.
I mean, you know, they thought that you were like just wasted. You know what I'm saying? Because
I know.
you know, it's kind of like the theatrics and
Right,
the
right.
loudness
Right.
and you know just how you carried yourself and different things like that. A lot of
Right.
people was like, "Oh man, she wasted. Oh, she stupid wasted. You know, she's
I
drunk on a
wasn't.
skunk. That's somebody get you drunk, auntie."
Exactly. But I was not. As a matter of fact, I think I drink maybe every, 3 or 4 years,
Something like that.
4 or 5 years.
And to be perfectly honest, I don't even like for her to drink most of the time because it's kind of like we moved into our beautiful home and I was like, let's have a shot. You know, this is Mike Williams because I can have a shot, okay?
That
And,
wasn't good.
I said, let's drink a shot to celebrate moving into this beautiful house that,
Yeah.
you know, some people dream of.
Yeah.
And once she took the drink, it was kind of like the night was over. I can remember when we was on our honeymoon
Yeah.
and you tried to drink something and the night was over. You know, it was kind of like she can't drink alcohol,
I
so she
cannot.
doesn't really drink.
I cannot.
And I found myself going from site to site trying to defend the fact that you don't drink.
Exactly.
Because everybody was like, she drunk, she got
or
to be drunk.
anything else.
Or on
Mind
some type of
altering.
drugs. And I'm
No.
like, no, she doesn't drink, so
No.
that ain't it. But just to let you know, this video got over 5 million views. 5 million views. And the thing about it is she's not even on social media, so she doesn't even really keep up with it or know it.
I
And it's
don't.
kind of like, you know, I'm all excited because I'm a social media junkie.
Yes.
Facebook, TikTok,
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram. I'm that
Yes.
dude. But I have to keep her up to date. Oh, that truck for Brandon and Sarita, that's at Austin P and Yale. And somebody, Gloria, if you can tell me the name of the truck. But man, dude, food is the bomb.
It is.
And young man,
Excellent
young
food.
couple, and because of his food truck and because of the hard work of his wife, man, they were able to accompany us to Hawaii
They
and
did.
didn't blink twice.
They did not.
So you too have the ability to go into business and entrepreneurship on your own to do those kinds of
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
But anyway, so yeah, we are live. Jessica Williams, that's my little cousin.
Hey, Jessica.
Yeah. So you don't drink,
I do
even
not.
though everybody assumes you do. You don't really do social media. And I was having a
don't.
conversation with somebody this morning. I was saying, you got rappers, you got entertainers, you got
Right.
comedians.
Right.
They out here every day working hard, just
That's
doing
true.
video after video after video after video and
true.
can't get 13 views. You know what I mean? Because nobody's interested. And you just happen to be on vacation in
Exactly.
Hawaii.
Yes.
And
That's true.
I think we all just decided to go up to, what was the name of that place? Skybox.
Skybox.
It
yeah.
was the Skybox right
Yes.
across from the Outrigger Hotel. We went to
Yeah.
the Skybox. And
It was their first night.
Jessica
having
said we
karaoke.
all had to defend her about people thinking you're drunk. So
I wasn't.
we went to the Skybox. Was that our first night? That wasn't our first night there.
No, it wasn't our first night there. It was their first night having karaoke.
Yeah, it was their first night,
Yeah.
the Skybox's first night, and they were giving away a 55-inch flat screen TV.
Yes,
And it was
yes.
whoever get the points and all of this stuff. So we're at the Skybox, and
Right.
she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do karaoke. I'm
I
gonna do
did.
karaoke."
I
You know,
did.
because
I
she was
did.
all excited about the karaoke.
That's
And I
nice.
already knew.
Yeah.
Because see, she did karaoke when we were in Jamaica for our honeymoon,
Right.
and she actually dressed up like Michael Jackson.
I did. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
And it was a contest.
Yeah, and I think you came in like second place.
I
or
did. I
something.
came in second place.
And then we were in Jamaica back in August. She did karaoke,
I did.
and
did.
that blew them away. They were like freaked out because it was
It's the
kind of like
smooth moves.
so theatrics. Is that what it was?
Smooth moves.
And we also used to go down to karaoke on Beale Street.
We did.
Before
We did.
all of that, we used to
Yeah.
go to karaoke's at Wet Willie's.
We did.
Wet Willie's. That
Yes.
was the big thing for us. We
That
would go
was
to Wet
years ago.
Willie's
Yeah.
to do karaoke. Karaoke.
Yeah.
The number to call is 244-6874, 244-6874 if you got any questions for Andrea or if you have any questions for me, because we're just kind of chopping it up about this video that got over 5 million
That is
views.
unbelievable.
That kind of blew our mind, though.
That is unbelievable.
That kind of blew our mind. Okay, so
Mahalo.
Mahalo. So we went up there to the Skybox that night, and then what happened?
Okay, we went to the Skybox, and there was a young lady there that told us that they were doing karaoke and that that was their very first night having karaoke there. So she showed me where to go and sign up, and which I did, and put my name down, put down that I wanted to sing Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and the rest is Facebook history.
No, it ain't. Because we had to get through that night first.
Oh, we did.
Because there was so much going on
It was.
in the Skybox. Because you
It
got
was.
tourists from all over the world.
Right.
You got individuals that are up there just doing the karaoke, you know. We had Brandon that did, what did Brandon do? Brandon did something up there.
Chicken head.
Chicken head.
Yeah.
Brandon did chicken head. And a lot of people don't know it, but you also did another song.
I sure did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
you,
sure
you
did.
did 2 songs. It
I
wasn't just
did.
one song.
Right,
I didn't get the video, the other one. I don't know where I was. I might have been 3 sheets in the wind because I ain't gonna tell no lie. I was drinking. She wasn't, but I was. So if you want to put it on
Okay.
order.
Exactly.
And I was about ready to snap or something to that effect. And I watched
Exactly.
this video and it made me just break down and cry.
Yeah.
You know, there are posts on there like that when you're talking about 5 million, over 5 million people
That's a
that
lot
have
of
viewed this video. You got individuals that are going through all kinds of phases in life
That's
and things
true.
that are happening. And for those of you that have not seen the video, you can go to my page on Facebook, which is Michael R. Williams, and you can go some of these other pages because people have started stealing the video.
Oh, goodness.
You know, and one of the other things is a lot of people, oh, you can get paid for this. Oh, you can get paid for this. I don't even care, really, to be perfectly honest. If that's God's will, that's God's will.
Right.
And, you know, I even thought about the guy. And the reason I say she has over 5 million views on our pages, there is 3.8 million, and it was crazy just watching that number go up.
It was
like a million a day
It
for a
was
while,
unbelievable.
or something to that effect. George Dean ain't got 5 million. George said almost. George is a wonderful singer, wonderful singer. He's also here in the studio today. I'm just messing with George. But, you know, when you're talking about, we got 3.8 million on our pages,
Right.
then, and I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but something Rome, he has 1.1 million, but he downloaded the video and uploaded it to his page. Then there was another page with a police officer. I think we got about 30, 40,000. Then there was another page that had almost 500,000 where the guy did the same thing, downloaded it, and instead of attaching it to our page, he uploaded it on his page so he would get the credit for it. And people were upset, like, he's going to get paid and you need to get your money. I don't care. I really and truly don't. You know what I mean? I really don't.
Me either.
I'm just ecstatic that you got 5 million views.
Unbelievable.
I'm just ecstatic you got 5 million views because we are blessed.
We are.
And, you know, I ain't turning down money. I'm saying a Facebook call and said, we finna give you X number of dollars for all of these views. You better believe I'm going to take it.
Me too.
But at the same time, I ain't mad at the young brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he going to get paid for it, let the young brother get paid. He may need it more than me. He may have more money than me. I don't know. Exactly. I really don't care because God keeps blessing us.
He does.
You know.
He does.
And then the other brother. Now, I will tell you, I did call one site. I called one site, and I was able to talk to the individual that owned the site. And the only reason I called him was because it had something about this my drunk auntie. And I wasn't going to have that particular site, disrespecting my wife like that. So the only thing I asked them was, you need to change the narrative on that. I have no problem with you keeping it up.
Right.
I have no problem with all of the views that you're getting.
Right.
I just can't have you disrespecting my wife like that. And because I approached them in that manner, dude changed it.
Oh, wow.
He changed it, and he put a real nice narrative up there, and
wow.
And I got back in touch with him, and I said, hey, man, I really appreciate that.
Oh,
you know,
good.
Like I said,
That's good to
like I
know.
told him, I really don't care about the views and all of that.
I wasn't drunk.
Exactly. I'm saying if you're going to tell it right. She's just crazy.
Yeah.
Just having a good time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then they found out that you were a sergeant on the police department.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. My
yeah.
cousin Sherry, that lives in Chicago.
Right.
She
Put it out there.
posted, yes, and put it out there.
She put it out
And
there.
shouts out to my Chicago family.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they found out that she was a sergeant
Right.
on the police department. And there's a officer that does a page as well. And he sent you a really nice shout out.
Oh, okay.
Sergeant Andrew Williams, Memphis Police Department,
Right.
such. And he got a whole lot of views
Right.
on his page as well. So how does it feel to you're all over the world, Andrea. I'm walking into
Exactly.
spaces where I work and people
Yeah.
talking about your video. And they didn't know you were my wife. And I'm like,
Unbelievable.
I
like to have fun when I go on vacation. I like to enjoy my husband and my family. And I like to sing karaoke. But yes, I am also a police officer. I do take my job very seriously. I do try to conduct myself in a way that is most definitely professional and courteous to the citizens of Memphis. And I just think it's good to show people that no one is just all one thing.
yes.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
So nobody out there got questions for Andrea or myself. The number to call is 244-6874, 244-6874. You can also catch SVP TV. I'm giving Miss Debbie a shout out, who's up in Chicago now doing things for SVP TV Network. But you can also catch us on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Uverse, Comcast, and man, SVP TV is all over the place, and they're doing great and wonderful things. Miss Debbie is expanding this brand. And, you know, when you talk about individuals, I will tell you, you know, and I tell everybody, until we hooked up, I was work.
All
Work.
All
I didn't know how to enjoy myself.
This is
I
true.
really and truly didn't.
This is true.
And she thought I was kind of stuffy. She
I
liked me
did.
because I was cool, but she
I
thought I
did.
was kind of stuffy, though.
I did.
So, you know, and what happens is we kind of round each other out
We do.
because she's normally one that says, stop, we finna go here.
Yes.
Stop, we finna do this.
Right.
Stop, you're working too much. Stop,
Exactly.
you're looking a little wound up there. So
Exactly.
you need to kind of wound it down and relax. So it gives me the ability to actually let go. And I'm finding, and for some of you young men out there, I'm going to tell you that I'm finding that, I guess later in life, that family is more important.
Exactly.
Because you will never be able to recapture a lot of that time.
This is true.
You know, when you lose that time,
It's gone.
you know, or if in fact you're not paying attention to what's going on at the house, you know, sometimes you have issues and problems that you probably should not have had. So therefore, pay attention to what's going on at your house. Pay attention to your family, because that not only affects you, it not only affects your wife, but it also affects your children. It could affect your marriage. It could affect all of that if you're trying to have a successful marriage. And I know a lot of times people look at, and when you're looking at Facebook, you're looking at what people want you to see.
Exactly.
And when you're looking at my page, you're looking at what I want you to see.
Exactly.
So you don't see all of the things that are going on behind the scenes.
That's true.
As well. So, you know, like with you, I always say karaoke is like your release.
It is.
Because that's the time you just let go.
I do.
It's kind of like, I don't know what she's going to do. You know, when you look at some of the videos from like down in Florida or down in Jamaica and places like that, she in the floor spinning, you know, she running out in the audience, messing with people and all of this kind of stuff, you know, and folks looking at her like, Jesus, she's all over the place. And a lot of times people think she's drunk and something's going on because number one, she's shouting into the mic.
I am.
And the other thing is she's so energetic.
Yes.
You know, it's kind of like you give everything.
I do.
For these 3 minutes, let me give everything.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
she like pours her heart into it, and it's more of a performance.
It is.
That's what I look at it as. I'm like Sheila. That's my cousin Sheila. I see my little cousin Jessica is actually on here as well. We love both of y'all. And people are just trying to tap in, and it's just so, you know, I tell people it's humbling.
It is.
It's very humbling that people want to come into and be a part of your life. I've even had people to say that, you know, just looking, because I guess once they come to the page, they're going through the page.
Oh, okay.
And they said, just looking at your life and just looking at some of the things that you're doing, you know, they say you have a beautiful life.
Oh, I do have a beautiful life. I thank God.
They say you have a wonderful life, Andrea.
I thank God for my wonderful life. I do.
Oh, okay. I heard that. And I got somebody on here asking, so what's next for Andrea? I done had people say you need to set up your own YouTube page.
Okay.
I've had people say you need to go on TikTok. I've had people say you need to set up your own Instagram page. So how do you feel about all of that?
Well, my goddaughter, Angel, actually told me earlier today that she saw the video on TikTok. So I'm assuming somebody already put it on there.
Took it, stole it, and put it on TikTok.
I guess so, because
more power to you, brother.
I didn't do it. And I feel like if that is where God is leading me, I'm okay with it, because I feel like it's something that's giving people an opportunity to smile when they may otherwise not be smiling for whatever reason. And it is very, very true. It's not just a saying. You never know what people are going through. But also, you never know what you may deem very simple could make someone's day. So I'm more than happy to do it. I love doing it. My family is known for just being silly and outrageous.
Yes, they are. I'm here to tell you.
I'm a married Williams, and I was born and raised a Williams.
Yeah.
So I just think it's, as long as it's positive, as long as people can look at it and smile or laugh or whatever way they enjoy it, sharing it with someone else and showing somebody, look at this funny video, that's definitely okay with me. I'm not big on social media, I must admit. Even though I have a Facebook page, I hardly ever go to it.
Exactly.
I don't know what's on there, to be honest with you.
Well, and she's always who has a podcast called Talk Back. I think, is that it, Bob? Put your podcast name in there. It's called Talk Back. Bob says, what do you think about police officers living outside the county? I don't want you to answer that question.
Okay.
I don't want you to answer that question because this ain't about the police today.
Gotcha.
So You can answer that question some other time, some other
Gotcha.
place. I wanted to talk
Gotcha.
about you today. This show
Okay.
is dedicated to you, not the police department,
Gotcha.
and not those issues that are dealing with or surrounding the police department. So I'm not going to go there. But I did, and we got about 10 minutes left. So
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you also because, see, a lot of people don't know the depth of Andrea Williams. Just like I say, it's not all about Mike Williams. It's not all about me being that guy that's in the spotlight, because you do a lot of things as well. Not only did she do a karaoke video that has garnered over 5 million views all across the world, you've done 2 plays.
I have.
Yeah. She's
have.
been here before when I was doing Wake Up Memphis from Behind the Badge for the Police Association, because she has done 2 plays.
I have.
And tell us a little bit about your plays.
Okay, well, the play is called Dangerous Seduction. That was the first one, and then Dangerous Seduction Part 2. And it dealt with a lot of issues that I see being a police officer in the city of Memphis. Drug abuse, sex trafficking, domestic abuse, family relations, different things like that. And I wanted to kind of tap into it as well as try to make it entertaining. I didn't want it to be so emotionally draining to watch it. So I decided to do that, and I actually began writing because it was a release for me after losing my brother. And I prayed about it, and I decided, you know what, I think it's good to just write. And I started to write it, and Lieutenant Colonel Andre Segrist
Yes.
came to me one day and said, you know, you had done a couple of little plays at your church. Had you thought about doing something on a bigger scale? And I told him that I had actually already started as something therapeutic. And he said, well, you know, if you decide to do something, I'll be more than happy to help out. And he wound up being one of the stars of the play. And it really, really got a lot of attention from my fellow police officers as well as family and friends.
Well, because the cast were police officers.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I wanted to show that there are many facets to police officers is behind the scenes, I think, because I did like writing it, I did like directing it, but I always told the cast that you all brought it to life. So it was really enjoyable doing it because people told me how much they enjoyed it. Some people even told me that they saw themselves in a lot of the scenes of the play because they had been through domestic violence situations or the different situations that were in the play. So it warmed my heart because if it's able to reach somebody, that's the purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you did the plays to support the Memphis Police Association Charitable Foundation.
I did, and I was.
You want to donate, actually feed these people, you know,
That's
and
true.
these homeless people, and they would go all back up in cracks and crevices, and I would even run into Miss Sparks sometimes out in the streets, and I'd stop because I was afraid for her, and she's like, "Oh, Miss Williams, I'm okay. They gonna take care of me. Ain't nothing going on." And she was right, because they were like, "What do you need?" Hey.
Exactly.
And Pat Sparks also worked with us to feed. I don't know. We fed hundreds of individuals out there in Morris Park. I mean, she set up tablecloths and had food, and I mean, treated these homeless people like they were royals. And these are just good people.
Oh, yeah.
Just good people.
She's a true giver from her
Just
heart.
good people.
Yes.
So somebody's saying they want to be in your next play.
Oh, okay, most definitely. I would say this, it'll probably be a few months before I begin to write again, simply because of COVID and we want to be comfortable and enjoy one another in an enclosed space.
Right.
So I want to make sure that I'm being safe and I'm keeping the cast and crew and everyone else, the audience, safe. So we will be doing a third and final Dangerous Seduction.
Wow.
It is upcoming.
I'm just not hearing about this, but okay.
It is upcoming, and it's going to be, because it's the final Dangerous Seduction, it is going to be very, very, very jaw-dropping.
Mm-hmm. I have actually asked Andrea to write a play, and let's do it at the Cook Convention Center or something like that. It is. My wife is a playwright. She's a comedian. She's a caregiver. I mean, she does all kinds of things, and she has so many different assets. And I know a lot of times people may look at her, and I've even had people say, "Oh, Mike Williams, we got you the trophy wife."
No.
That's what I see.
No.
I said, I've been in fights with her in the streets, man. I saw them boots going across my head, and different things like that. She's from Chicago.
Exactly.
So I done seen her get into a fight in the streets as a police officer, break a nail, and go right to you better believe, though, she's going to go right to the nail shop.
Oh, I am.
And get it put right back on.
Oh, I am.
You know what I mean? So,
yes.
So that's a good thing.
And I only do those things when needed.
Yeah. You were abusive. No, I'm just kidding. If anything, everybody out there, Andrea, stop trying to take them home with you. We got to lock them up. You know what I mean?
I do that too.
We got to lock them up, but we need to save them.
Yeah.
We need to save these people because there's
I
just
do.
so much going on.
I do.
Well,
I do.
don't be bringing them to my house. I don't mean no harm. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping you. I get you a hotel room. Don't bring them to my house. Jesus Christ. So.
Yeah, that's my Achilles heel. I'm always trying to help someone.
Holly, before you get out of here, we got about 5 minutes. Before I get out of here, Bob public page or a public personality page, which I should have probably got, but who knew that I was going to have these many people following me or what have you? And like I said, once again, it's humbling, and it's it's just because of the grace of God. That's for me. Okay, I'm religious, so I believe that God is in everything, and I think that all your blessings come from God.
Yes, they
and
do.
a lot of the things that we have experienced is because of God's blessings.
That's true.
Because we've all been through a lot. We're going through the pandemic. Gas is almost $5 a gallon. You got the Ukraine, which is really crazy. We got carjackings going on here in the city of Memphis. We got crime going on here in the city of Memphis. And it's only by the grace of God that we are being spared, blessed, saved, and all
That's
that good
true.
stuff. And even in the midst of all of this, he's still allowing us the ability to be able to go to Hawaii.
Exactly.
Or giving us the ability to go to work on a daily basis, or
That's
giving
true.
us the ability to just do some of those things that we really and truly want to do, need to do, and we love to do. Hey, I want to thank, once again, all of those people that accompanied us to Hawaii. I want to thank KK and Chris.
Yes.
I want to thank Dion and Keith.
Yes.
I want to thank Carol and Donnell.
Yes.
I want to thank Sarita and Brandon.
That's right.
I want to thank Spanky.
That's right.
I want to thank Danielle, our daughter, which she is the fourth piece of our 5-piece. I put a
Yes.
post up this morning. This is my this is the fourth piece in my 5-piece. So that man got 5 kids, and she's number 4. So she went to Hawaii with us as well,
Yes.
and hopefully some of our kids will be able to accompany us to wherever it is we're going in December. We're going to be going with some of our good friends to help celebrate an occasion that they have. This time, like they went to help us celebrate my wife, we're going to go and help Chris celebrate his wife, or
Don't forget Tiara.
celebrate themselves together. And Tiara, I don't want to forget Tiara.
Do I push that?